Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news in a surprising turn of events that's got everyone in the Steelers universe talking. Rumors are swirling that Pittsburgh might be eyeing a blockbuster move involving Atlanta Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Pitts? Really? Why would we go after a guy like him? Well, hang tight because there's a lot of layers to this story, and it could really shake up not just our offense, but the entire division. Let's set the scene here. The Falcons, sitting at 2-11, are clearly in a rebuild mode. They're struggling mightily on both sides of the ball, especially defensively, giving up around 28 points per game. They're in a tough spot financially too, with a negative cap situation of about $21 million, which makes moving players like Pitts, who's got a pretty hefty contract, a logical move to free up cap space. The word is that Atlanta might be willing to trade Pitts, who's only 25 and has shown flashes of being a true unicorn at the tight end position, for a second-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-rounder in 2027. This could be a smart move for the Falcons, especially if they're looking to rebuild around a new core and acquire draft capital to find their future quarterback or defensive impact players. But what about the Steelers? Well, they're sitting at a pretty solid 9-8 record, and they're definitely looking to strengthen their offensive weaponry, especially at tight end. After losing Pat Freiermuth to injury earlier in the season, the Steelers have been searching for that elusive mismatch creator in the passing game. Freiermuth, who's shown flashes of being a reliable target with a PFF grade of 68. 2 is good, but Pittsburgh needs more dynamic plays in the middle of the field. Pitts, with his versatility, could be exactly what the doctor ordered. The Steelers have about $46, $7 million in cap space, so they're in a position to take on some of Pitts' contract, especially if it means elevating their offense to the next level. You see, Pitts isn't just your average tight end. From the moment he stepped onto the field in 2021, he's been labeled a unicorn, a rare breed of weapon that can stretch the field, create mismatches, and turn the tides of games. His size, speed, and agility make him a nightmare for linebackers and safeties, and he's been compared to the likes of Travis Kelce when it comes to his ability to make plays after the catch. This year, despite some injuries, minor ankle issues that kept him out of full games, Pitts still managed to rack up 82 receptions for 870 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's second among tight ends in yardage, and he's averaging over 10 yards per catch, which is elite for the position. His yards after catch per reception is 3.2, showing his ability to turn short catches into bigger gains. His overall PFF grade of 85. 6 puts him in the top 5 among tight ends, and his EPA per target of 0. 15 indicates he's a reliable option who can be counted on in clutch moments. The guy is a matchup nightmare, his blocking grade of 72. 4 isn't elite, but it's good enough, especially given his offensive impact. His career stats already include over 500 receiving yards and 20 touchdowns, and he's just entering his prime. Now, why would the Steelers go after Pitts? Well, first, it's about adding a true playmaker who can be a difference maker in the red zone and on third down. His ability to generate mismatches against linebackers and safeties would open up the offense significantly. Plus, his versatility allows him to line up in multiple spots, making the playbook more dynamic and unpredictable. With Freiermuth, who's a solid blocker and a reliable target, Pitts could give Pittsburgh an elite tight end duo. Imagine the possibilities. It would be reminiscent of some of the best tandems in the league, elevating the Steelers' red zone efficiency and overall offensive EPA. Furthermore, Pitts could be a key piece in the Steelers' quest to re-establish a potent run-pass balance. His blocking skills, rated at 72. 4 are enough to help support a strong running game, which is crucial given Pittsburgh's emphasis on controlling the clock and maintaining a tough physical identity. His ability to create mismatches against linebackers with a +1. 5 yards per route advantage over the current Steelers tight ends would make defenses think twice before stacking the box. This, in turn, would give Najee Harris more room to operate and keep defenses honest. Let's talk about the potential impact on the Steelers' offense. Projected gains could be substantial, adding over 500 receiving yards and boosting the team's offensive EPA by around 10%. That's a significant upgrade, especially considering the importance of explosive plays in today's NFL. Pitts, with his YAC of 3.2 yards per reception, can turn short passes into big gains, and that's exactly what Pittsburgh needs to stay competitive in a league where offensive explosiveness often determines playoff success. His presence in the red zone is particularly noteworthy. With a red zone efficiency boost of around plus 18%, he's the kind of player who can turn tight games into wins. And it's not just about the offense. Pitts' blocking also strengthens the run game, which averages around 4.2 yards per carry. That's the kind of balance that keeps defenses guessing and makes the Steelers a more complete team. His ability to generate mismatches against linebackers and safeties would also open up more options in play design, making Pittsburgh's offense more unpredictable and harder to defend. Now, some of you might be thinking, but what about the long-term impact? Well, Pitts is only 25, so he's entering his prime. If the Steelers can acquire him now, they'd be adding a player who could be a foundational piece for years to come. And considering the Steelers' history of maximizing tight ends, think about how they utilized Heath Miller or how Pat Freiermuth is developing. Pitts could be a game-changer in that tradition. His YAC numbers, plus his ability to win contested catches, 48%, make him a perfect fit for Pittsburgh's physical style of play. Looking at the bigger picture, this move could also have playoff implications. Pitts has the potential to become a postseason X-factor, similar to George Kittle in San Francisco. His ability to stretch the field and create big plays in the red zone could turn close games into decisive wins. If he can replicate the kind of impact Kittle had in the 49ers playoff runs, especially with his plus 12 touchdowns in the postseason, it would give the Steelers a real weapon to lean on when it matters most. Of course, the trade's price tag would be a factor, but with the Falcons looking to rebuild, they might be more willing to deal Pitts for draft capital rather than letting him walk in free agency or lose him for nothing. For the Steelers, this is about betting on a player who can elevate their offense immediately and be a cornerstone for the future. The combination of Pitts' versatility, athleticism, and knack for making big plays makes him a perfect fit for Pittsburgh's style of football. In terms of odds, some betting sites like DraftKings have increased Pitts' Super Bowl odds from plus 10, 0 to plus 4, 0 if he joins the Steelers, showing the significant positive impact he could have on the team's championship hopes. His addition would not only boost the offense but also send a message to the division and the league that the Steelers are serious about contending. The AFC North is fiercely competitive, with teams like Cincinnati and Baltimore always lurking, but adding a talent like Pitts might just tip the scales in our favor. Ultimately, this potential move is about more than just adding a talented tight end. It's about making a statement, about showing that the Steelers are willing to make bold moves to chase greatness once again. Pitts, with his unique skill set and youth, could be the catalyst that helps Pittsburgh reach new heights, possibly even leading them back to the Super Bowl. It's an exciting proposition, and if the rumors are true, we're all in for a roller coaster ride over the coming weeks. The future of the Steelers' offense could be looking a lot brighter with Pitts in the fold, transforming our playbook and elevating our chances to bring home another Lombardi. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Pitts is the missing piece to elevate our offense to championship level? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers as a whole. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and insights, so stay tuned for the latest news on Pittsburgh's quest for another Super Bowl run. Let's keep the passion alive and continue supporting our team through every twist and turn of this exciting season.